Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to create a blank self-contained data source panel in Dashboard. So this is going to be the panel that's going to house all of our buttons, our desktop preview client, everything that we're going to be using to control XPression today is going to be on this panel. So the way I can do that is by going into Dashboard, going to the basic tree view, and hitting this arrow beside my plus button, and I'm going to select a new custom panel file. So once I select a new custom panel file, I get some configuration options like where do I want to save this file, and what do I want to name this file. So I'm going to browse through my file explorer, and I'm going to select my demo dashboard panel folder. Next, I'm going to give this dashboard panel a name. I'm going to name that XPression dashboard. I'm going to choose to add this to the file navigator, which is this component at the bottom. And lastly, I'm going to choose a blank self-contained data source panel for XPression. So once I hit finish, you can see that that's created that XPression dashboard panel for me. There's a couple more things we need to do before this panel is ready for us to control XPression. So I'm going to enter panel builder edit mode. I can do that by either hitting this button at the top, or I can hit Control G. And you can see that once I've done that, it's put a grid on my panel letting me know that I'm in panel builder edit mode. So I'm going to use my select and drag tool, and I'm going to select and double click anywhere in that panel. So this is going to open up my component editor. And the only thing that we want to be changing right now is we want to enable the streaming of XPression dashboard link. So what that's going to allow us to do is grab the values from dashboard and read those in our data link server. So I'm going to enable this streaming checkbox, and I'm going to leave that on port 2222. I'm going to hit apply changes. So there's one more thing that I want to do before we start building our panel, and that's create a global style. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to have a uniform look throughout my entire panel, and if I create a style preset now, I can create a preset for all the variables that I want to have in my style. So I can do that by hitting the style tag on the left hand side, and you can see that that's created a new style attributes page for us. So I'm going to name this my style. And I'm going to give this an object ID of my style as well. And the reason I'm giving that an object ID is because I want to reference this with different elements in my panel. So now we can look at some of the style configuration options that we have. And the first one that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background color to be black. I'm going to keep going down. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a border to my components. I'm going to add a thick white border. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a bold font. I'm going to choose the bigger font size. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the text alignment to be center aligned. So that means that anytime I have text on one of my components, that's going to be right in the middle of that element. So I can hit apply changes. You can see that that's given me my style name and my style ID. And now I can hit apply and close, and our panel is ready to begin building.